Hi guys, welcome back to another Craft With Me video. Today we are going to start our series. We're going to be working on the Tim Holtz Pocket Folio. I had asked a couple videos back, I think it was last week, when I shared this item in one of my hauls, that I had actually found this at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. It was half off, $3.99, and it is the Pocket Folio. And I asked, I have a couple of these and I've never tried to go through and maybe decorate one. So I asked if you guys wanted to decorate one along with me and make it a series, and everyone said yes. I think 95% of the comments were all saying yes, let's do it, and that you also are hoarding your pocket folios. So this is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be fixing this up, making it pretty. But let me show you what it is. So it does have like the chipboard front and back. It is an accordion one. And it does have like these little folds here. And then it has these little folds there. And I think that this would be fun. I was kind of going through my stash and just kind of seeing what it is that I wanted to do with it, and if there was a theme that I wanted to go with or not. And guess what? We are doing a theme. I am such a theme person. Let me know if you are too. I love to do journals with a theme and not just kind of throw things together. I like for things to be kind of cohesive to where it all makes sense and it's not a big jumble of stuff. So this one we are going to be doing a sewing theme. I have collected quite a few things in the kind of the sewing category, and I thought that let's try to put this together. It might be a thick chunky monkey one, but that's going to be okay. We are going to make this pretty and kind of do something fun with it. So let me kind of show you what we're going to be working with. Not exactly, I'm not going to be doing everything today. So we are making this a series. So we're going to start with the basics and just kind of prep it for today. But let me show you what I have and what I'm kind of, what I kind of brought out. Now, again, we're not going to use everything, but I do have a few things. I went through all of my Tim Holtz ephemera packs. That's including the memoir, thrift shop, keepsakes, the palette, expedition I didn't go through, but kind of the basic ones. And wait, I said and twice. I also found a few things that were from the ephemera packs from Hobby Lobby. And so here is this. So, just little fun things, kind of dainty things, because it's kind of the whole sewing thing. And I feel like Paris, Milan with all of the fashion shows and stuff. This I thought was really cute. Seek Beauty and you will find it. And then I found these in there with the sewing machines. And then these are just, fun little things like the little rulers, ephemera packs, pay to the order of, special, this one, men's and boys clothing. And then I found a couple of these, and I think, yeah, this is part of this, and so this is a third piece. But just little pieces that I know would go really well with this one and this one. So just little things here and there. So that's kind of the ephemera that I brought out. I'm sure we're going to come up with more. I did find a couple of these little pieces that came out of like this little dictionary book thing ephemera that I found. So this one says machine, this one says lace. We're going to be adding a few of those elements into this. If you remember, I recently shared these, and these are vintage, and they're just little cards, I guess, like little button cards, I think they're called. And so I thought that this would be fun to maybe add into I don't know if I want to add these like maybe in a pocket or something. I don't know, but I have those, or we can make our own. That might be another project for this series. So there's that. And I do have some vintage sewing patterns that we could be working with. So there is this one. There is this one. This one. And these are just ones that I've picked up kind of randomly, but I think they're pretty. And let's see, I found a couple of these things. This is just a little pocket full of little fun things that came in some, what is it? These are all sewn together. I would just have to take them apart. But these are just little crochet squares, I guess. And it came in a pack with some random ephemera packs that they sell on Etsy. So I just got some of those. So I wanted to bring those out. And I also have these that look like the little corners. So I thought that might be fun to kind of keep this out, because if I don't take it out, then I don't remember that I have it. So I have that. And I found a few things that are stickers. And so here are some. And these are just kind of like they're washi stickers, so I might have to back them on white or like the cream color paper. But they're just little stickers. Look, attractive house dresses. And then look at this one. So just fun little stickers that I found in my stash. This one looks like a spool, so I thought that was kind of cute. And then these are from my recent ephemera sticker packs that I got from Amazon. And I found these and I thought that these might be cool. These, they're all from different things. I just kind of went through everything and anything that I could find. And they're just fun little stickers. So like this one says sewing machine. This one says vintage buttons. Garment buttons. Just buttons in general. Glamour girl. And then these are like cardboard, but they're stickers. Let me see. Are they stickers? I thought they were stickers. Yeah. Yeah, they're stickers. But they're kind of lacy looking, like little ruffles. So I thought that might be fun. But again, just kind of going through my stash to see what I could find. These I thought were really cool. Let me move this out of the way so you could see them better. But these are just the clear plastic sticker. It's like a little sticker sheet. But it has sewing shop, tailor shop, sewing studio. So I just thought that these were really cool. So I have those. I got these out because of the scissors. And these are just the black and white version of it, or just black. You can see those with some scissors here. And then I didn't go through all of my papers yet, but I found these in my Tim Holtz. I think these were from the memoranda. So look at that. So I can use one on this side and one on this side, because I definitely want to use that. But yeah, just like a little sewing instruction thing on this one. And then this one came from one of my packs. I don't remember which one. I kind of have them all jumbled up together. But this is another Tim Holtz. These are from the background collection. I don't know what volume this is from though, but very cool. And then look at this. I found this little pack and I thought this was really cute because they look like the little paper dolls with the clothes and stuff. Look at that. So I don't know. I just brought it out. And then I found these. And look at these. These are just little McCall's pattern, Butterwick sewing pattern little papers. So I don't know. Like I said, I just kind of brought everything out that I could find that had some type of pattern or something. Then I have these. Again, more pattern type. I'm telling you, I've been collecting this stuff forever. Look at these. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Do it this way. So I don't know. I would have to really go through and research where I found all of these things. But look at this. Wait, see, I'm doing it again. But look. There's just some that look like if they could be like in a sewing pattern. Look at this one. See? They're just really pretty images. But there is that. I think that's everything. Actually, I also found these, and these I got forever ago. I think I got these from Temu, but they're just the actual, like the plastic measuring tapes. So got that. And then I also have dies that I want to go through. I want to see what I think I have. Oh, I bought a new one. It should be coming tomorrow actually, so I'll probably share that on Monday. But I did get another like a dress die set that I thought would be really cute. So yeah, they're just little tidbits that I wanted to share with you that I got. But let's go ahead and start with this. I think I'm going to go ahead and ink around everything first. So let's do that first. I'll do that off camera so that you're not watching me ink everything. But I think I might want to stick with, I don't know, maybe vintage photo or the brushed corduroy or gathered twigs, maybe a lighter. So let me go ahead and do that and I will be right back. Okay, I have gone ahead and used gathered twigs, the Distress Oxide, to ink all around it. And so I've done everything. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but I didn't. But the covers come off. You can slide them in and out, which will be kind of cool, I think, when it's time to decorate and just maybe secure them at the end. But yeah, so I went ahead and I inked both sides. I didn't try to be neat because I do want it to look old, but there it is. Now on the main side, we do have the pockets, and on the back side, no pockets. Okay, so this is our front, and then here are the pockets. So I think what we're going to be doing is let's work on the covers. And I think what I want to do, this is the front cover. I think I want to use this one. And I think that this would be really, really cool. So I can maybe, yeah, I'm going to have to cut this open. So let's do that. And then it has this really cool thing, the directions on the inside. And I thought maybe we can do this for the inside covers, right? I think that would be cool. So let's do that. Let's figure out how we need to do this. I need to cut this open. That's first and foremost. So let's do that. And then look at how cool. We're going to try to salvage every single thing that we can on this thing because this is so neat. I'm excited. I've actually wanted to do a sewing journal, but an actual journal because I have so many things. So I might do that maybe on the side. But I think for this project, I think it would be fun. And you know what? I'm not mad about this because this might be cool to have like that. But let's cut this part off here on the top. So we could use this for something else. 15 cents. Isn't that crazy? But I did want to see if I could maybe, I'll have to see if I can maybe glue that down. Is this little, oh yeah. This little hole is just kind of There, perfect. So all I need to do is just kind of flatten this part out, glue it all down, and we should be good to go. So let's see. Let me get out my paper trimmer here and just kind of trim the edges, and then we'll see what we need to do. I just want to trim off, let's see. What does this measure? This measures 4.5 by 6. So this measures 4.5 by 6. So let me cut off this edge here. And let's see where the 4.5 mark is on this side. Okay, not too bad. It'll cut off right where this is there. You know what? I think I'm gonna cut off that whole Hollywood strip. This right here. I think I'm gonna cut that part off so that I can use that as a little strip. So let's try to even this out. Actually, let me see. Before we do the sides, let me do the top. See, this part is already trying to... Do I want to leave it? I think I want to leave it. Oh, I need for it to be straight. So let's just straighten this out. Trying to cut the least amount, so I have it down here because this is the side that I cut, so I know that this side is straight. So I'm gonna cut the tiniest bit on that side, and then let's figure out, what did I say? It was 4.5 by 6. I need to write these things down, I forget. Yep, 4.5 by 6. So 6 would be here. Okay, not too bad. I could still see her. I almost cut. I caught myself. I almost cut the Hollywood edge here. That was so close. As soon as I saw it, I stopped. So let's cut that edge off here. Yeah, I think that's good. So very carefully, so I can save this where it says Hollywood Pattern of Youth. That's pretty cool. And there it is. There's my little piece. Man, that was a close one, wasn't it? Okay, got to keep all of these little pieces here. But this is the top look, and it's perfect. Just that little piece there, and I can put that tape on it. Let's see. I might need to cut a little bit more. Just the tiniest piece on the bottom. So let's trim it just a little bit more. Tiny, tiny. Is that better? Oh yeah, so much better. That is going to be our cover. I love that. Okay, now let's do our back cover. And I think I'm just going to use the back, this part, right? So let's take this off. Let's put that there. And again, This is this way, so it's got to be the same, right? 4.5 by 6. Now this has this little flappy thing here. I'm afraid to cut that off. Let's see. We're going to leave this edge. So it's got to be 6. So let's just kind of straighten this here along my grid and see. No, but that doesn't look straight, does it? Nope. This was not cut straight. I'm going to cut right above. I'm trying to see how I could get this to look kind of even here. How does that look? That looks pretty good, right? Okay. So let's cut off this edge here. And I'm going to bring it down to this because this is where I have my straight line. So now I know that everything else is going to kind of go into place. Okay, so let's put this about here, I think. I'm cutting very carefully. And if you're going to use this guillotine kind of thing, then I kind of press in when I cut, because I'm afraid that if I just do it normal, then it won't cut it right. So I kind of press it in a little bit and then cut down, just to kind of make sure that I get a nice clean cut. So this needs to be 6, but we're going to do a little bit less. Actually, should I do like an 8? 1/4 of an inch? I need to make sure that it's a little bit smaller than the 6, because I want to have like a little bit of a border around it. So I think we could do this here. And then this needs to be a little bit less than 4.5. And I think this is good. Okay, it still has this little flap back here, but I'm afraid to take it off because I don't want it to rip my... Oh. Well, I'm just going to leave it. I'm afraid. And this will go here. Yeah. Very cool. Again, keeping this because I can use that for something. And let's go ahead, since we already have our paper trimmer thing out, let's do this side. So that's the back. This, I want to put this on it. Trying to see what side I like better. Yeah, we definitely like this side better. See, it's times like this that I'm like, oh, do I want to cut into it? But I know that I want to. You know what I mean? It's just, it's so hard. But let's see. I definitely want to use this piece here and this one. I like this part. So let's figure this out. Let me kind of move this over here for a second. And then let's see. Actually, I think if I cut a little bit inside the lines on both sides, it should be good, because we have to remember that we have this little piece here, and that's the part that's going to be tucked in. So let's do that first. Let me just cut this piece here, and then we can move forward. I think I'm going to do it right on the line and then kind of work my way there. I love the color of this paper, don't you? It's so good. Again, I think I'm going to cut right inside that line. I should probably cut this folded piece too, because that might be a problem. So let's cut that down. Look, I can't even get it under my little guide thing here. So let's put it even here. Okay, perfect. Let's cut this top part off first. Okay. Now this needs to be at, I think I need to mark it. Actually, I could do it right at the line. Let's just do that. Yeah, that looks good. And then here, we'll do it right under the word nothing. I'm just trying to avoid marking it because I'm trying not to put any extra marks on it. I could erase it, but I'm just afraid with this paper. I feel like it's so fragile. Perfect. So that is this one. Now I need to do the other side. Let me get my little pieces together here. And I'm thinking that this might be the same. This is the front and back, so that's this piece here. This is the front. Now this one is the front cover, so look at that. It has this, but we're going to do this part first. So let's put that back and then figure this part out. I really like this piece here. I like that a lot. But I'm thinking that if I do it like this, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let me get a pencil. So let's kind of even this out. I need this to be even in the middle. You guys are probably freaking out because I'm doing this with that guillotine up. Let me put it away before I start getting comments. Let me do this. I'm trying to get my lines even to where they're right in the middle. I think that's good. So let's do this here. And then this here. So we'll cut those strips first. And do this one here. Now this does have a little bit of a fold in the middle, but we'll work with that later. So let's put that away. Let me trim off this top part here. I think I'm going to go inside the line. And let's get this back out and see where I need to cut. So I'm going to do it right about there. Okay. Now, should we figure this out or do it later? Let's just glue everything down first. How about that? So this is definitely going here. Let me see if I can ink this. Yeah. It's good when you have this ink pad I hardly ever use, and so it's got plenty of ink on it, and I don't need to really go too hard on this. Okay, let's go ahead and do all of the pieces. Just lightly around the edges, carefully because I don't want to rip it. And I think I'm going to use my, I don't know if I want to use my my art glitter glue or my glue stick. I could use both. And last one. Just to get around the edges. Okay. Now, let's do this one first. This goes like this because this opens like this and then it has a flap. So this goes here. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. Let's just do this. Make sure that it's not clogged. And add, see? Okay, got it. Making sure I get right at the tips, right at the corners. Okay. Put that down. Very cool. And then this part is this one. So let's go ahead and add glue to this. And here. Okay. Add another little piece of that tape there. I have to check. Make sure that I still have that Tim Holtz tape. And then let's do this. So this is the inside. This is the outside. Just make sure we're doing this right. This goes in here. And then this, yeah, this goes in here. So this is the back. Just wanting to make sure. I don't want to make any mistakes and then we'd be in trouble. Adding this here. And then this goes here. Normally I decorate the cover at the end. We're doing the panels on it now, but we'll end up doing more decorations later. So this will go in here. Here is the front, here is the back, the inside, the inside. I think I want to go ahead and do this part. Maybe we can add, let me see, another little panel. This might be cute because it has view 1. Yeah. So I think we're going to do this. We'll put this one here. So I think I'm going to, yeah, right at this line here, at this point here, and then, okay, let's do that first. So this line here, and then here, and now let's figure out, mark it here. And we still have to do the inside. And then once we do that, I think we'll be done for part 1 of, excuse me. Yeah. Okay. The inside. We could just do this part. Let's cut this part off right at the fold. Ooh, excuse me. I'm dropping things over here. So let's cut it right at the fold. A little bit inside the fold. And then figure out, I think I want to add this a little further up. Actually, the width of this is pretty spot on. So I think I'm going to cut it here. and here. And the width is really good. So we're going to leave the width of this strip. And cut here. Turn this around and cut on this side. Okay, now let's just ink around this and we'll be done with part 1. Then we can go in next week and see how we're going to cover the inside. So this will go here, and then this will go here. So let's put this down. Trying to make sure I get the corners. I don't want anything lifting or tearing. Okay, let's turn this way so I can get a better sense of where I'm putting this. I think this is good. Okay, now we can do this part here. I'm excited about this. I think that this is going to look really cool once we're done with it. So we'll see how many episodes we need in order to finish this. But I'm happy with it so far, especially with the theme. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let me put this off. There goes the sirens again. I don't know. We'll figure this out later. But there it is for now. So again, here is the front cover, the inside flap. I don't know if I'm going to leave it as a flap, but there it is. We might just use it as a side tuck. Who knows? But there it is for now. And then we have the inside of the back and the back. So exciting. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video so far. This is episode 1 of the series of decorating our pocket folio, our Tim Holtz pocket folio. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and have a great weekend. And I will see you next week for some more videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.